Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. As you can see, my stupid internet is finally doing what it's supposed to, and I'm back. Oh, we're sharing some screens today. All right? We're sharing some damn screens because this shit is wild. This shit is wild. I want to, excuse me, I want to cover some shit again, briefly, that I went over yesterday because I wasn't able to share the screens. And you must see these visuals. You must see the words come out of these people's mouths in real time. So that's what we're going to do, damn it. Damn it. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Now, $2,000. That's where gold is headed. The growth will continue throughout 2023, with gold prices remaining elevated at an average of $2,086 per ounce. All this is according to the Bank of America. And it looks like they are right. At the beginning of December, gold crossed $1,800 and is still climbing. If this year has taught us anything, it is that tangible assets are the only assets you can count on, like gold, to open a gold IRA. Crypto keeps on tanking. Stocks are too volatile. Gold into an IRA is steady. So what are you waiting for? It's not too late. Thousands of people have retired comfortably with the help of Noble Gold Investments and their gold and silver IRAs. If you've been hesitant as an investor, but one of a handful of Americans who could turn gold into an IRA, now is the time to act. If you get in before the end of the month, you'll bag an incredible free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin with every qualified IRA of $20,000 or more. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold Investments. Call 877-646-5347, or for more info, go to noblegoldinvestments.com. And attached is a guide from the Federal Trade Commission about the best practices for social media influencers and stuff. And future past gains are not indicative of future results. Okay. Now, let's talk about this thumbnail, shall we? Let's talk about this thumbnail. That is the jowled face of Nancy Pelosi, Pop-Off Pelosi, the vodka vixen, former Speaker of the House. She got replaced by some dummy named Hakeem Jeffries, who is just her in a taller, darker skin package. Yo, hoser, Christian, thank you. Boom, cherry pop, Big Daddy maple stick. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I see another Joe Mello. What's up, Joe Mello? Joe Mello also hangs out with us on Wednesdays for Double Impact. And next, we'll be talking about T2. Joe Mello, thanks for the Hamilton. He said, I'm the second cherry popper, LOL. How's it going, Jericho, and everyone in the chat today? I'm doing good. Everybody in the chat, I hope you're doing the same. What up, Tony Hannafin? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's doing good. But I do want to let you know, sad news, wah, wah, wah. No live stream tomorrow. I'll have a video, but no live stream. My wife's out of town. I mentioned that yesterday. So just me and Junior, and I cannot and will not leave him in the house for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Can't do it. And I don't think he wouldn't get anything too bad. You know, he's past that age of, you know, getting into markers and writing on the floor and all that crazy shit. He's almost 7, but I don't want him sticking his nose on his iPad for an hour and a half. So I'm going to be in there with him. Leonard S., thank you. Colbert, Kimmel, and the Pooh are total dim puppets. These and other public airwaves shows constantly bash conservatives. How important is this? Well, I think fortunately they're talking to a pretty small audience, and they're talking to people who already believe what they say. So they're definitely not converting anybody. That's for sure. But, you know, it's never going to stop. They're always going to have some shit to complain about. They were kind of arguing over Biden not going to the border. A couple of them wanted him to go. A couple of them didn't think it was a big deal that he didn't go. But the people they're talking to, the people that tune into them, imagine, just picture for a second in your mind the person that tunes into The View every day. Exactly. We don't want them anyway. So yeah, that's cool. Whatever the View audience, they can have them. But the thumbnail is of Pop-Off Pelosi, and she is doing the hard work. Remember Kamala, the Uganda nightmare? She says that we have to do the hard work. Do the hard work. Well, these people are doing the hard work. Matter of fact, they've done the hard work. They already passed the bill. It's headed to our Grandpa in Chief's office for him to sign with that shaky ass hand of his. Don't hand him a can of soda or beer. But it's going to his desk, and of course he's going to sign it into fucking law. Come on. He's their puppet. They all have their hands up his ass, manipulating his mouth. So he's going to do whatever they tell him to do. But the law, the bill at this point, but soon to be law, is pretty fucking stupid, actually, because it is codifying or codifying, whatever you want to call it, protections for same-sex unions. I don't believe they're marriages, but for same-sex unions and interracial relationships or interracial marriages. So they're codifying something that already is. They're doing something that's already been done. This floor has already been swept, and yet they're coming behind us with the broom again. We've already done this. We've already handled it. Don't know what the problem is. I could think of, what do you guys think? 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 things that are more pressing than some bullshit about same-sex unions and interracial marriages. I'm in an interracial marriage, and I don't give a shit about that. Nobody's telling me anything. Nobody's going to stop me on the street and say, hey, you can't. No one's coming to my door to tell me you guys need to split up. Man, that shit ain't happening. I don't give a fuck about that. What kind of bill is that? That's just like that's the same as the anti-lynching bill. Lynching falls under the umbrella of murder, and that's already illegal, you jackasses. And when is the last time somebody got lynched? Like it says, doing the hard work. We are tackling the same-sex union and interracial marriage problem. Finally. Oh boy. And Putin wins. That trade we did with Russia to get back that gangly lesbian, who's the bottom half of her face, I'm sure, is glistening right now. But he won. And I'm going to explain a little bit of how he won and who we gave up. And also, I heard people, I saw comments online yesterday, people saying, well, Trump didn't get Paul Whelan out. Trump didn't get Paul Whelan out. So why are you shitting on Biden for getting this dummy out? But you didn't say anything, not bringing home Paul Whelan, but Trump didn't bring him back. Well, there's some information about that. We'll talk about it. I have my views. You have yours. What I like to do, I like to stick to the facts, and I like to stick to the truth. Okay? It's gotten me pretty far in life. And I want to play just a few minutes because I don't want to make you throw up. I don't want to make myself throw up. But I'm going to play a few minutes of Biden's speech yesterday when Brittany Griner got released, because I mentioned to you that he mispronounced. He said her wife's name, her partner's name right the first time, and then he misspelled it again, or mispronounced it a minute later or so. And Trevor Noah, he's crying like a bitch for it's so stupid. There's video. It's so dumb. And it's yesterday, I guess, was his farewell speech, his farewell show on, what is it, The Daily Show? Is that what he was on? And it was his farewell show, and he, gets all emotional, but he's like, I want to thank Black women. Oh, shut You guys ever been walking in the grass somewhere and you realize you stepped in shit? What do? You look down your foot and you go, That's the same reaction I had when Trevor Noah started talking about black women and black people and started crying. I said, you stepped in this shit again, Trevor? Trevor, you are the first person that I will say this to. Go back to Africa. How about that? I've never said that to another person in my life, but I'm going to say it to you, Trevor Noah. Go back to Africa. Go back where you came from. Please, now that you're done at the Daily Show, go back to Africa. Go home. Tracy Ullman, right? Go home. Go home. Get the fuck out of here, Trevor, and take your sad ass sent tears with you. Black women and black people. Shut the fuck up. And also, I'll mention this now. It's kind of funny. My son, so instead of saying special needs, he thinks it's called special effects. So we were watching some show, and there was a special needs, somebody with Down syndrome or something. He goes, Dad, that guy has special effects. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to correct you, man. That's hilarious. He thinks it's called special effects instead of special needs. So I'm going to let him. I'm gonna let him have that one. It's hilarious. My daughter used to say sand sanitizer, instead of hand sanitizer. So we let her hold on to that one too. My wife's like, "Don't correct him. It's cute." But that shit's hella funny. Daddy, he has special effects. Man, Lamont, he has special forces. Yeah. Exactly, Mousy. Close enough, man. Close enough. Oh, speaking of this shit is so funny, and my wife was mad at me for laughing at this. But I thought it was fucking funny. It's as you guys know, I have this thing on my Instagram page. It's called #NotToday, meaning it's something that we couldn't have today. They would censor it or cancel it. You know, we couldn't have this today, even though at the time when it was made, everybody had good intentions. Their heart was in the right place, especially something like this. But looking at it through the prism of today makes it funny as shit. So let me share this screen with you. See if you feel the same way. I think it's hilarious. Look at this. 1982 says, today in well-meaning things that aged terribly, I bring you this charity golf t-shirt from 1982, and it says, swing for the retarded. That is so funny. Like, of course they're not trying to make fun of these people, but it's in a time, 1982, when, I mean, and still today, it's a word. Retarded is a word. When you're mixing chemicals and stuff, sometimes you may have to use something to retard the chemical process. And retarded, actually, it means somebody with a mental illness, or I think it has somebody with below a certain IQ, or is that stupid? But retarded means somebody obviously with mental issues, but it also means something silly or stupid. So when you say that person's retarded or that's retarded, you're not, it doesn't just mean a person. It also means retarded. If you look in the dictionary, retarded means silly, something that's silly or stupid. But this right here, 1982, is fucking hilarious. And what would that t-shirt say if it were June 6th, 2022, 40 years from that date today? June, you know what month that is. First of all, there'd be rainbows all over the place. The word retarded would be out of there. And it would be something with special needs, trans, Ku Klux trans. Like, they would somehow pervert it and mix some sexual deviant shit in there. But swing for the retarded is hilarious. And I thank you, Internet. You did good again. Thank you, Internet. Oh man, swing for the retarded. Golly. And there were people who were walking around with those t-shirts proudly at the time. They're supporting people with what we call now special needs. But back then, it was called retarded. Sky B, Sofa King, we did. You know, that's from well, I can't say it's the origin of it, but I heard that on a hip-hop album by this dude named Self-Titled, like back in 2004. It was a skit on his album. Sofa King. I am the Sofa King. My full name is Sofa King. We did. Oh man. Nunu Girl says I've been triggered out. There's no longer anything that triggers me. Yeah, that's it. No longer triggered. No more conspiracy theories. We're done. We've been desensitized. They've beaten sensitivity out of us. Oh boy. So after we hydrate, of course, guys, get those liquids. Ah. Shane Overby says the youngest daughter calls the nativity scene activity scene. Yeah, man, it's beautiful. And she's right in a way. There was some serious activity going on there. So let's look at this House bill and let's look at this real work that they're doing. Okay, what you're doing isn't real work. Wherever you go to your home office or your shop at your home or your garage or the office you drive to or the business you go to if you work for the people, whatever you do for work, whatever you do to generate money is not work. It's not real work. Because if they're doing the real work and what they're doing is so important, then what the fuck are you doing every day? Making things, helping people? Don't be ridiculous. Okay, they're doing the real work. You guys are a bunch of damn haters. That's what that is. You guys are a bunch of damn haters. I'm gonna show you what real work is. Show you what some damn real work is. You guys over here getting up early, working hard, sweating and shit. Whatever you do, it ain't real. This is real. House passes bill to protect same-sex marriage in landmark vote, sending it to Biden. Now, huh? Now we're about to get some shit done. Now you can get out that to-do list and get ready to check some shit off of it because we're getting it done. Look at that. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. If you had a hard-on before you look at that picture, you don't got one anymore, do you? Ooh, that's Nancy Pelosi kind of like, kind of that kind. Ooh, let me get off of that before we all lose our lunch. Ooh. Says the House voted to pass legislation on Thursday to protect same-sex and interracial marriage. The last step before the measure goes to President Joe Biden for his signature and becomes law. The House vote was 258 to 169. 69 with 30. Listen to this. This is the most fucked up part of all. With 39 Republicans joining the Democrats voting in favor. Remember, guys, that red wave, that red tidal wave that ended up being something that splashed about as high as your ankle. We won the House, but just by a little bit. And you see right here with something as stupid and frivolous and pointless as codifying same-sex and interracial marriages, they flipped 39 Republicans. Uh-oh. Loud applause broke out in the chamber when the vote was gavelled to a close. Oh, I got to read that in a British accent. It sounds much more powerful. Loud applause broke out in the chamber when the vote was gavelled to a close. While the bill would not set a national requirement that all states must legalize same-sex marriage, it would require individual states to recognize another state's legal marriage. So if you were married in a damn barbarian state like that, like Alabama, in the fucking South, and then you came out to California, man, what's up, dude? Or no. Sorry, bro. That's backwards, dude. You're leaving California, bro. Sorry. So you're leaving California, and then you're headed down to the south. We'd have to recognize this shit. So yeah, if you come from a state where it's legal and you go to a state where maybe it's not, they still got to recognize that shit. The push for a vote on federal legislation protecting same-sex marriage rapidly gained momentum after the Supreme Court in June overturned its landmark Roe v. Wade. So how does Roe v. Wade connect to same-sex and hold on. Oh, so it's just focusing on, it's just talking about the same-sex marriage. Okay. See, they rode the interracial marriage Trojan horse in here. Now we're getting to what it's really about. So the push for a vote on federal legislation protecting same-sex marriage rapidly gained momentum after the Supreme Court in June overturned its landmark Roe v. Wade decision. I don't understand how Roe v. Wade is connected to same-sex marriage, because if you have two people of the same sex, they can't make a baby, which would get you into the Roe v. Wade territory. So how are you talking Roe v. Wade and you can't make a baby? You can get your scissor on, ladies. If you're in the alphabet soup group, you can do like this a lot. You can scissor it up. You could get some rubber things in there. Contact that dean from that high school in Chicago. Maybe they have some leftover dildos for you, strap-ons, your fingers, I guess, your tongue. But you can use all those things at the same time if you want. You can get all those things in there, the dildo, all that stuff sticking out, look like a bouquet coming out of her legs, her legs, right? So you got all the shit in there, the fingers and the dildo, and blah, 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 all that stuff in there. Even at the same time, you're still not going to make a baby. Dudes, you can sword ching, ching, ching. You can sword fight, saber fight, dock, all the stuff you want. You ain't making no baby. So how in the hell does same-sex marriage have anything to do with Roe v. Wade? How did it gain momentum? They're not the same thing. The bill called the Respect for Marriage Act. Well, if you're respecting marriage, then how the fuck are you letting two gay people get married? That's not respecting marriage. Marriage has a clear definition. Respect for marriage. It's called the Disrespect for Marriage Act. Passed the Senate with a vote of 61 to 36 last week, and the bill was supported by all members of the Senate Democratic Caucus and 12 Republicans, you rhino bitches. In the event, the Supreme Court might overturn its 2015 Obergefell versus Hodges decision that legalized same-sex marriage. A state could still pass a law to ban same-sex marriage, but that state would also be required to recognize a same-sex marriage from another state. That's so confusing and stupid. So if you live in a state that doesn't support two dudes or two chicks getting married, or two Ku Klux trans members getting married, and if it's two Ku Klux trans members, then it's a heterosexual relationship. Sorry, guys. I know I'm getting dizzy. So, but if you're two dudes or two chicks and you want to get married, but you live in a state that says, then you can go to a state and get married and then come back, and that state has to respect the marriage the union that you performed in another state. I don't know, guys. I don't know. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi wrote in an op-ed published to the Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos, Wednesday she was overjoyed that one of the last bills she will help pass while she holds the title of Speaker will be legislation protecting same-sex marriage in the United States. So I was right. She still is in power. She hasn't handed over the power to fucking Hakeem Jeffries yet. I was right. She still is Speaker of the House. Just as I began. She reminds me of, what's her name? Katharine Hepburn. Yeah, Dolly. That's what she sounds like. She sounds like Terrence Howard's grandma. Come on, man. Oh, man. Just as I began my career fighting for LGBT communities, I am overjoyed. Stupid ad, get out of my face. I am overjoyed that one of the final bills. start taking a drink of that. Pop off. The final bill I will sign and speaker will be the Respect for Marriage Act. Ensuring the federal government will never again stand in the way of marrying the person you love. She wrote in the op-ed. So if it's Respect for Marriage Act, it'd be the RMA. RAMA? That is RAMA? No, you guys did not name a bill for the alphabet soup group, which acronym spells out RAMA. RAMA. Gross either way. President Joe Biden, that tasted nasty when I said that, applauded Senate passage of the RAMA last week, saying in a statement, for millions of Americans, this legislation will safeguard the rights and protections to which LGBTQI plus and interracial couples and their children are entitled. What about the millions of Americans who are married and don't like the fact that you guys are calling it marriage? Fuck you guys. You guys are dumb. Move. Get to the back of the line, straighty. Hey, back of the fucking line, straighty. Huh? Y'all that love the opposite sex, get to the back of the fucking line. Not my country. Get your straight ass to the back. Procreating sons of bitches, move. It's their time to shine. Biden added, I look forward to welcoming them at the White House after the House passes this legislation and sends it to my desk, where I will promptly and proudly sign it into law. I look forward to welcoming them at the White House. Who, you got a group of gay people you're inviting over? Is that what that means? I look forward to welcoming them at the White House after the House passes this legislation. Fuck, what does that mean? You just got, who are these gay people? Who are the gay people that are coming to the White House after you sign this? Okay. The Supreme Court's move in June holding that there is no longer a federal constitutional right to an abortion immediately sparked controversy and criticism from liberal groups, as well as concern that the court's conservative majority could take aim at same-sex marriage in the future. Justice Clarence Thomas, for instance, when Roe v. Wade was overturned, explicitly called on the court to revisit the 2015 Obergefell versus Hodges decision that cleared the way for same-sex marriage nationwide. Well, you know what's probably going to happen? It's probably the same thing that happened with abortion. They're going to send it to the states. They're going to give the power back to the people. Anybody see a problem with that? I would love my power back. I would love to have a say-so over things that happen in our society. So I don't see a problem with it going back to the states, like Roe v. Wade. But they don't have a stranglehold on the people at the state level like they do on the politicians at the federal level. They got their balls and vaginas in a tight grip. They're white knuckling their balls and vaginas in Washington, D.C. So they have sway over them. You do what we say. Huh? Do it. I'll squeeze tighter. Okay. What do you want? Let my balls go. Let my senator balls go. Let my congressman balls go. Please, lobbyists and alphabet soup group and Ku Klux trans mafia. Okay, let go. What do you want? I want you to codify that shit. Okay. It's codified. What else? And I want you to light up the fucking White House like a pack of Skittles. Okay. Barry already did that, but we'll do it again. Fuckers. They're doing the hard work. What are you guys doing? Huh? Working every day, raising your family, paying your taxes, What are you guys doing every day? You're not working hard like them. You're not codifying bullshit like them. You better step your game up, Joe Taxpayer. All right? Step your shit up. Be more like them. Focus on the bullshit. Overlook the real things that need to be done. Parents, stop feeding them. Stop clothing them. Stop teaching them, because that's the real work. What you want to do is watch TV, go out, ignore them, allow them to fend for themselves. Because if they're not doing the hard work, why are you doing the hard work? Oh, you're doing the hard work because your life and your family would fall apart and you would be putting out deviant little fucking monsters, little entitled monsters out into the population. But you don't do hard work like them. Did you hear that? Did you hear were you guys paying attention to what I read? I said it, the place erupted in applause. That tells you how important this is. It erupted in applause. It's so important that 39 Republicans jumped ship and voted for that shit. That's how important it is. You guys are missing the big picture. Lou Maldonado, why would you say something like that? You guys stop for a second. Let's focus on what Lou just said. Lou said, looks like bullshit, Jericho. What about this looks like bullshit, Lou? Huh? What about this looks like bullshit? That you're staring down the barrel of inflation? Even more of it? You thought that was all for inflation? That was just the tip. Ladies, that was the tip. Just the tip. That was the helmet. They're not done with that uncircumcised inflation dick. It's going all the way in, guys. Hold on tight. Bite down on something. All we can hope for is lube, because we're going to get fucked. But while you're dealing with all of those things, you're dealing with inflation. It's expensive to do stuff. Come on, guys. You're missing the big picture. This life, this money, these rules and regulations, and the attack on free speech and the right to protect yourself. You guys are focused on the wrong shit. Worrying about, oh, what did they do during the lockdown? Let's talk to some doctors and fact check what they did to us, and let's get Fauci. No. You guys are focused on the wrong shit. What you need to be focused on is people who have identical genitals getting married. That's what you need to focus on. And you need to focus on interracial couples being able to get married, because Lord knows there's still that team, that federal team that is out there in society breaking up interracial relationships. That's a real problem. I just had them at my front door the other day. I had to hold them back. I had to close my front door because they had their arms in there. Come here, stop. Hey, no more interracial. Stop it. They were trying to break us up. I had to kick them out. That's the important stuff, guys. So start focusing on it. Stop worrying about society and the America that you used to know. Stop trying to fix your country, huh? Stop trying to demand more from your elected officials and kick out the ones that you don't like. Start worrying about same sex. Start focus on the fact that we're not going to have a Pride Month. We're going to have a fucking Pride year every month. More pride. More pride all year. Bend over, society. It's coming. That's how they want it. Every day. Every day. We start with a month. They're working on 2. They got October now, guys. You think they're done? You think they're satisfied? You think they've been satiated? Foolish mortal. Brendan Gerzalak, thank you for the Hamilton. I was eating when you scrolled up on that article, and I instantly lost my appetite looking at Pelosi's photo. I forgive you, though, JG. I'm sorry, man. I told you I was going to be sharing screens. I should have warned you, though, that the liver-spotted demon was going to be on there. David Lopan, I should have told you. Because you can see the top of them big old titties, and that will take away your appetite. For sure. Just thinking about him. Oof. Sorry, guys. Leonard S., thank you again. Do you follow Salty Cracker? Both of you despise liberals. Do you have humor? You have more humor in your comments. Yeah, my comment section is on fire. But no, I don't. I've seen some of his videos. I don't really follow him. Actually, who was it? Dent Machine Company put me in contact with his wife, and she said they're not having any guests on. I said, well, hey, keep me in mind. But he's familiar with my material. He watches it and stuff like that. Probably, same as watch his. But by all accounts, and from my experience, she's a very nice lady. I imagine he's the same. And if our paths cross, it still is salty. So you guys focus on the real things, okay? The important things. Not your country. Can you believe those motherfuckers? Can you believe them? This is what you guys are working on? Some shit that, number one, nobody cares about. And number two, nobody's going to do anything about it. Are you still allowed? You still allowed to do what you want, go where you want, marry who you want? Well, then what is this even about? Again, just like the anti-lynching bill that was signed into law. Whew. Thank God that was done. Well, that was a real pain in the ass. Cocksuckers. These cocksuckers. Oh, let's watch a little Noah. Trevor Noah, that's his name. So let's watch him hopefully do his last bit of entertaining in America. Go back to Africa, Trevor. Let's see. What a bitch. What a sniveling little Twizot. What movie is that from? Twizot. Come on, people. Come on. You know what I do at noon. Why are you calling me? Learn my schedule. DA. Thank you for the Hamilton. Thank you for getting me back on focus, JG. I was stressing too much. Gracias y saludos from South Texas, Sur Texas. Texas Sur. Yeah, man. My pleasure. That's what I'm here for, man. To refocus you damn taxpayers. Over here. Get over here. Restoring my country. Making it a place my children can grow up and leave my children a good world to live in, a good country to live in. Get rid of the perversion. Get the drag queens and the dicks out of the schools, the rubber dicks out of the schools. No. And finally, somebody, DA, gets it. Focus on the things that are important. Whatever's stupid and does nothing to enhance your life, that's what you need to be focused on. Apparently, that's what I'm learning from them. So, let's watch Trevor Noah cry like a bitch. Hit it, Trevor.
This is random for some, but special shout out to Black women. I've been.
Man, shut your ass up. Number one, you hear all those applause in the background? How many Black women do you think are in the audience at The Daily Show? Huh? You think there's enough in the audience to make that kind of noise? No, there isn't. You know who that was? That was guilt-ridden white liberals. Yes. I get to support people of color without having to be near them? Yes, Black women, yes. Shut your ass up.
I've often been credited with, having these grand ideas of people like, oh, Trevor, you're so smart and you're so, and then like,
who said that?
I'm like, who do you think teaches me?
Teaches, as in currently. Not who taught me, who teaches me. So he's still learning. He's constantly learning from Black women. What are you learning from Black women?
Who do you think has shaped me, nourished me, informed me? from my mom, my gran, my aunts, all these black women in my life, but then in America as well. I always tell people, if you truly want to learn about America.
Hey, wait a minute, guys. Here, hold on. Hold on. If you're wearing pants, roll them up to at least your knee. If you have on shorts, you're good. If you have waders or rain boots, anything that could protect you, like I said, up to the knee, because the bullshit is about to get deep.
Talk to black women. Yeah, because unlike everybody else, black women cannot afford to around and find out.
What does that even mean, you African booty scratcher? What? They can't afford to fuck around and find out what? What are you talking about? Is there this pandemic, this epidemic, not pandemic, excuse me. Is there this epidemic of black women getting assaulted or shot and killed for, what do you mean they can't afford to fuck around and find out? I would say there's no one in our society more protected than a black woman.
Black people understand how hard it is when things go bad. This is random.
So no other race of people in this country understand how hard it is when things go bad. What do you mean by that, Trevor? When things go bad, you mean when life gets hard? When you fuck around and act stupid with the police? Because twice as many white folks are killed by the police than black folks. So it sounded to me like white folks can't fuck around and can't afford to fuck around and find out when it comes to police. What are you talking about? Black women. They can't afford to do it. This is how you spend your last episode. This is what you talk about.
For some, but special shout out to black women. I've been.
Shut the fuck up.
I've often been credited with having these.
Shut up. Ugh.
Grand ideas of people like, oh, Trevor, you're so smart and I'm like, who do you think teaches me? Who do you think has shaped me, nourished me, informed me? From my mom, my gran, my aunts, all these black women in my life, but then in America as well. I always tell people, if you truly want to learn about America, talk to black women.
Why? Are black women the bartenders of our society that's got all the knowledge? They know everything that's going on. You want to know what's really going on in America? Ask a black. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I don't understand. I don't get it. I didn't know black women had their finger on the pulse of this country any more than anybody else. But one thing's for sure, black women, you can't afford to fuck around and find out. Trevor, take your ass back to Africa. All right? And we're canceling your passport, your green card, visa, whatever he has, cancel it. Get that big red rubber stamp that says cancel and stamp it over his passport, his visa, whatever he has. My goodness. What the fuck? You really want to know what's going on? You ask a black woman. They're the trackers. They're the what do you call those? The guys, the Sherpas. They're the Sherpas of our society. Our black women. Stop that shit. Golly. Glad that was your last show, Trevor. I really am. Because you are not good at that. Now, yeah. I want to find that. Now, for some reason, when I look for Biden's speech on Brittany Griner, which was chock full of Bidenisms, like it won't let me play it. It'll bring up the screen here. I'll show you guys. It's hella weird. I mean, I can still give you the audio, but you got to see this fool's face too. Watch. Share the YouTube. So we go to Biden Griner speech. It doesn't matter which one I go to. It all does this. Let's see. We'll go to CNN. Click it. Boom. Nothing. Then you scroll down. It says watch President Biden give remarks after Brittany Griner release. It just gives you the option to subscribe, which I won't do. But it won't play the video. But if I pull that same video up on my phone, it works. So some tech shit going on here that I don't understand. And it would before. Don't know why it doesn't now. So fucking stupid. Black women. You ask black. You want to know some shit? Ask black women. You ask another woman, she won't know. But black woman, she'll tell you. Lou Maldonado, again, thank you. Kristen Sinema defecting is a win, JG. I saw that. She's an independent now. She's defecting from the Democrat Party. And anytime the Democrat Party loses someone, whether they go Republican, Independent, Green Party, I don't care. Libertarian, as long as they're not a Democrat. That is a win. Agreed. J954, thank you. Bigger simp, this fool, or Don Lemon, or toss up. Donna Lemon, the greasy lip bitch. I'm gonna say Trevor Noah is the bigger simp. He edges Don Lemon out for simp of the year. Because Don Lemon, the only thing that saved Don Lemon from winning it is the other day when he was talking about the male and female soccer. He had a moment of clarity. I'll give him that. But if it weren't for that, he probably would have won. But Trevor Noah, yeah, he's definitely a bigger fucking simp. Just a spineless puta. I just want to thank black women. Shut the fuck up. And you're obviously mixed, Trevor Noah. So what about the white side of you? How come you didn't thank white women? And my mom, my aunts, my grands. So you means you have a white half of your family too. Why don't you talk about your daddy or your white aunties? Esperanza Vince Terret. Yes, a moment of clarity, just a moment. And he fell right back into stupid. But he was right when he said that. But what about the white one? Why don't you say, also I want to give a shout out to white women because it's half of my fucking DNA. Most mundane says Trevor's married to a white woman. What? Hold up. Watch out now. Okay. Let's see. Watch out now. Trevor Noah. When he said he is married to a white woman, for a second I was like, he's not gay. I don't know. They're all gay now. All gay all the time. Let's see. Come on, Trevor Noah. Where's your wiki? Where's your wiki, dude? Dude, where's your wiki? Let's see. Personal life. Ooh. I don't see anything in here about him being married. Wouldn't surprise me, though. Wouldn't surprise me at all. He's either married to a white dude or a white woman. All the ones in the mainstream mediocres who shout the loudest about racism and race and all this kind of shit, they're always married to a white person, which is fine. But how are you going to talk all that shit and be married to the person you were just got done telling us is the most dangerous in the country and the most racist and their privilege and all that kind of shit? And I wonder how that makes them feel. The white members of your family who are sitting there, they're at home, they're watching your bullshit, especially your last show. You got family sitting there, and you're talking about thanking black women and that side of your family and not the white half of your family. That's got to hurt them. It's got to, but you don't care. You don't care. DMW 24/7 TV says all the mixed race pimps are booed up with white people. They are. Kamala, Donna Lamone. What's her name? Corinne Chocolate Patty. Isn't she with a white woman? I'll talk that shit. Oh man, when Kamala was up there, oh Biden, you're racist. You made it. Yeah, I had to get bused to school because of motherfuckers like you. Blah blah blah. But you're married to a white dude. How do you think that makes them feel? They don't give a fuck. They don't care. Colin Kaepernick shitting on his parents in that documentary. They don't give a shit. I'd be mad as hell. Let me sacrifice and give you the best life humanly possible, the best life I can give you, love, and I pluck you from despair. Your mama gave you away, and I took you into my home and gave you my all. I gave you my love. I gave you life. We didn't birth you in Kaepernick's situation, but we gave you life. We gave you sustenance. We took care of you, gave you the best of everything. And then you're going to turn around and make a documentary basically calling me a fucking idiot and a racist idiot? Man, I'll grab every picture in the house and cut your ass out of every single one of them. You be done. You be done, fool. That is so messed up, man. But who knows, man? Their parents probably fed into that shit. And yeah, white people, we suck. I hate us. I hate me. You're right. White people are terrible. You know they're out there. I remember in 2020 during the presidential election. Remember that lady Kristen something? She was running for president. She was like Oprah's like religious advisor, spiritual advisor. That's what it was. It was her spiritual advisor. Her name was Kristen something. And she was at this, I don't know if it was a church or what. It looked like a church. It looked churchy. It had pews. And she got up there and said, white people, I want you guys to stand up and repeat after me. And the white people stood up, not all of them. Credit to the ones who kept their ass in their seat. But most of the white folk, they stood up and she said, repeat after me. I am sorry for this. I apologize for racism and all. Talking to the black people in there, I wish I was there. I would have started laughing. Are you serious? Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. What are you doing right now? We're sorry. Oh, we're so sorry. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. I'm so white. I'm so sorry. So there are people out there, and I'm sure maybe some of their parents were like that. Yeah, totally, Colin. Yeah, we're pieces of shit. White people suck. That's almost more sad than what Colin was doing. But let's listen to this. Let's listen to this old fool. Let's listen to this old coot. Golly. I mean, guys, Joe Biden is just a fucking sack of shit. Just a sloppy sack of shit. Come on now. Come on. Here we go. They're coming to the podium, guys. They're coming to the podium. It's going to be Biden, Brittany Griner's partner, and Kamala the Ugandan nightmare. And she didn't what a stupid ass commercial. And she didn't cackle. She kept it under control. I'm very proud of her because it was hard for her to like she has to get outside. Gah, gah, gah. Ugh. Ooh, it's like holding a fart for her. You ever holding a fart so long you get those pains in your stomach? It's like that for her. She has to get out. She has to let those gah, gah, gahs out. So I know she was like, come on, Mr. President, hurry up. We're going to get him out. And when she finally does, it's like a werewolf movie. She just goes on top of like a mountain and it's cold. You can see her breath and it's a full moon behind her. Gah, gah, gah! Sorry, guys. Here we go.
Well, good morning, folks, and it is a good morning.
Isn't it?
Moments ago, standing together with her wife Sherelle in the Oval
Yeah, her wife Sherelle. First time he says her name.
Office, I spoke with Brittany Griner. She's safe. She's on a plane. She's on her way home. After months of being unjustly detained in Russia, held under.
She wasn't unjustly detained. No, she wasn't. She broke their law. They detained her. That's not unjust. It's called breaking the law. If that's the case, then everybody's ever been arrested, it was unjustly detained.
Tolerable circumstances. Brittany will soon be back in the arms of her loved ones, and she should have been there all along. This is a day we've worked toward for a long time. We never stopped pushing for her release. It took painstaking and intense negotiations, and I want to thank all the hardworking public servants across my administration who worked tirelessly to secure her release. I also want to thank the UAE for helping us facilitate Brittany's return, because that's where she landed. These past few months have been hell for Brittany and for Charlie and her entire.
I'm sorry, who's Charlie? I thought it was Sherelle. Now it's Charlie. Huh? Let's try that again.
Facilitate Brittany's return, because that's where she landed. These past few months have been hell for Brittany and for Charlie to secure her release. I also want to thank the UAE for helping us facilitate Brittany's return, because that's where she landed. These past few months have been hell for Brittany and for Charlie and her entire family and all her teammates back home. People all across the.
Charlie. Okay.
She's safe. She's on a plane. She's on her way home. After months of being unjustly detained in Russia, held under intolerable circumstances, Brittany will soon be back in the arms of her loved ones, and she should have been there all along. This is a day we've worked toward for a long time. We never stopped pushing for her release. It took painstaking and intense negotiations, and I want to thank all the hardworking public servants.
This is it right here.
Well, good morning, folks. And it is a good morning. Moments ago, standing together with her wife Sherelle in the Oval Office, I spoke with Brittany Griner.
He says Sherelle.
Well, good morning, folks. And it is a good morning.
Okay.
Moments ago, standing together with her wife Sherelle in the Oval Office, I spoke with Brittany Griner.
Her wife, Sherelle.
Characteristic grit and chill with.
I hate when they do these fucking commercials right in the middle of shit. Skip it.
And I know that support meant a lot to her family. I'm talking about Brittany's story. It's been hell for Brittany and for Charlie. And
Sherelle, Charlie, Shannon, Sharon. It doesn't fucking matter. Chevelle. It's like Shinobi. Chevelle. Chalet. Champagne. It doesn't matter. Her name's Charlie, Sherelle, Champagne, Shaka Khan. It doesn't matter. That's how closely he's worked with her, is he cannot pronounce her name. But you're supposed to care. They don't care, but you're supposed to care. Okay. So it's clear that Putin won. Who do we get back and who do they get? We get back Brittany, I whooped my first wife's ass, Griner. Brittany, I whooped my first wife's ass. I can't stand this fucking country, Griner. Who did they get? A supervillain. This dude, Victor Bout. I guess that's, I'm sure it's some Russian way to pronounce it, but it's B-O-U-T, so I say Bout. And if you're from Canada, you'd say Boot. But this guy, Victor Bout, he was the movie Lord of War was based off of his life, was loosely based off of his life, the one with Nicolas Cage. So this dude was in the Russian army, and during the army, he was an interpreter or a translator, and he made several ties throughout the world with people in Angola, other countries in Africa. That's how he built his client list when he became an arms dealer. And after the fall of Russia, the fall of the USSR, Mikhail Gorbachev took over. He tried to go completely opposite. He tried to adopt some Western ideals instead of communism. It collapsed. So after it collapsed, then you have, because of the Cold War with America, both Russia or USSR at the time and America both were building up their arsenal, nuclear weapons, all kinds of shit. So after the Cold War ended, they had all these weapons and no one to use them against. So that's when they hit the open market. And this guy wasn't like, some crates of guns and shit. No, this guy was like Russian MiGs, military planes, missiles, all kinds of shit. This guy was big time, as big as you can get in the arms dealing world. And he's responsible for the killing. Well, I take that back. Now here's where it might get a little, okay. So he's an arms dealer. So he's like a drug dealer. Do you blame the drug dealer or the drug addict? Do you blame the one who sold the drugs, or do you blame the one who took the drugs and used them, who bought the drugs and used them? So is he responsible? I honestly wouldn't say he's responsible for the deaths of those people because he didn't pull the trigger. Did he sell the guns to people who did pull the trigger? Yes. But I don't know. I don't think he has as much blood on his hands as some people might think. Is he a piece of shit? Yeah. Should we have traded anybody to get him out of prison? No. But just look at who got what. We got Brittany Griner, a goofy-ass, gangly, alphabet soup group, anti-patriotic, unpatriotic idiot. And they got a supervillain. They got Lex Luthor. That's who they got. We got Handyman. They got Lex Luthor. We lose. And we also lose because now Putin knows if I can grab an American with any kind of notoriety, then I can slowly get back my dream team. He knows that. And some people were saying, well, how come Trump didn't get Paul Whelan back? Well, Paul Whelan, and people say, oh, he's a Marine. He's not a Marine now. He's a former Marine, and he got kicked out of the Marines after he got court-martialed for larceny, for passing bad checks and using other people's social security numbers. So it's not like he was in his uniform and he was like pulling a foreigner from under a burning car, and with his blood stripe down his pants. No, he was out of the Marines already, and he was over there for allegedly. So this is what his brother says, that he went over to Russia to help some friends. They were getting married and they had an American family coming into town. And since he was familiar with Russia, he could kind of show them around, show them the sights. And he got familiar with Russia because he was single, no kids, no wife. So in the military, in the army, I don't know if they still do it, but when he was in, they would give you time to go to travel. And you could either go home and use it on leave, or you could travel somewhere else. And since he didn't have any family, he used it to travel abroad, to travel to Russia. So he had been there before. He was familiar. What kind of ties he had there, I don't know. And so that's allegedly, so says his brother. That's why he was over there, to help a friend out and show his family around, to show him the sights. Now, I don't know. Am I going to be in your wedding? Yes. But am I going to fly all the way out there just to be a tour guide all the way to Russia from Michigan? I don't know. But the Kremlin, the FSB grabbed him and they put him on trial, and he's serving, I think, 25 years or something in a Russian prison. Now, do we want all Americans who deserve to be home? Yes. But if you went over there and you were acting like a piece of shit, or you did something wrong, you did something terrible, or you're being caught as a spy, I mean, how far does our American grace go? How far are we willing to go to help one of our fellow citizens? Like, if you go to another country and you murder somebody, should we bring you back home? Fuck no. You murdered someone. I'm not talking about a justified killing, protecting yourself or protecting someone else. I'm talking about a piece of shit murder. Well, then no, we shouldn't come get you. You fucked up. Stay there and pay the penalty. But if you're an American over there just being a tourist or being over there not doing anything and they took you for no reason, then hell yeah, we need to bring your ass home for sure. And we shouldn't stop until we get you. Because just imagine if you went to a foreign country, their government or their local police or whatever grabbed you and held you against your will. Wouldn't you want the American government to send a team in or something to get your ass or to negotiate your surrender? Fuck yeah, you would. Of course you would. And that should be done for any American who was held wrongfully. But Brittany was not held wrongfully. She went over there and broke the law and she got caught. If some foreigner comes over here and break the law, do we send them home? Nope, we sure don't, do we? That's our fucking problem. We don't send foreign criminals back home. That's one of our major problems. So we don't do it to them. We can't expect them to do it to us. Now, Paul Whelan was over there. He got arrested. They said he was a spy. They convicted him and put him in prison. Why didn't Trump go get him? Well, number one, I think being accused of espionage, being a spy, is a little more serious than getting caught with some vape pens, some vape cartridges. Okay, Trump did bring other people home. He brought some students home from China. One of them was fucking stealing. ASAP Rocky's dumbass got in a fight over in Sweden. So he has brought people home. He doesn't have anything against bringing Americans home who are wrongfully imprisoned. Those UCLA students who stole, would I be against them getting a little taste of that Chinese prison? I don't know. I don't think so. Why are you over there stealing? You go to UCLA, you fucking rich kid. Were you related to Winona Ryder? So, if Paul Whelan was over there spying, motherfucker, you got to pay. You got to pay. You can't be doing that. You know better than that. Also, when people were saying, well, Whelan was taken during the Trump administration, he was also taken by the Russians during the middle of the Russia investigation into them colluding with Russia. So does that create a climate for negotiation when the entire federal government is calling Putin a devious piece of shit and didn't help? And Putin and Trump were cool. In social media and in public, in the media, they were cool. We got out of Syria, which the Russians liked. So other than the collusion bullshit witch hunt investigation, I don't see why Putin wouldn't agree to send Paul Whelan home. And there is the possibility, guys, we got to be adults here. There is the possibility that Paul Whelan was being a spy. Because we don't know everything that's going on over there. There's a possibility that he was. And if he was, then should we go get him? If he went over and broke their laws. That's right. Greg McNeely, they called him the merchant of death. The merchant of death and the what do you call it? Not the treaty. The sanction buster. That's what they called him. The sanction buster and the angel of death, or whatever the fuck they call him. Not good. The merchant of death. So I would imagine it would be a little tougher to negotiate the release of accused spy than it would of some tatted up clown who plays for the WNBA bringing some vape cartridges. I don't think Trump had anything against Paul Whelan. Like, no. We'll take the rapper and the stupid, dumb, the klepto UCLA students, but leave that former Marine there or leave that other American there. So I don't know. We don't know enough as to why Trump wouldn't get Paul Whelan, but I'm sure Paul Whelan's name didn't come across fucking Trump's desk and he said, no, not him. We don't want to get him back. I doubt that. Anthony DeRosa, stop with the play activity. He says Kevin Hart will play Griner. And if he does, it will be a shitty movie. Am I right, guys? Is Kevin Hart not the worst fucking actor? He makes terrible movies. How does he get in all these movies? How does he get all this money when his movies are shit? I don't get it. You cannot name me a good Kevin Hart movie. Meaning a movie that he is the star of, not him not so-and-so and so-and-so featuring Kevin Hart. No, Kevin Hart, star of the show, middle of the movie poster. Bam Bam Bigelow, you are right. Kevin Hart can make a layup too. He can. He's actually pretty good at basketball. I'd say he's better than, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me tell you something. One second. Let me see if it's in my stories. My stories. Well, I got some funny shit on my stories on Instagram.
My parents saw this.
Did I put it on there?
As a servant? Who'd you be?
Oh, I did. Yeah. Yeah. I did. Shut up, Noah. Back to Africa. Oh. Yeah, this is a soccer game where it's getting shot up somewhere in America. Perfect. Oh, check this shit out. That's a homeless dude's tent. That's a homeless dude's tent on the side of the road in California. Well, easy. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I didn't even share the screen with you guys. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we go.
And Michael Vick.
This right here. That's inside of a homeless person's tent on the side of the street in California. Jeez.
You want me to be your daddy for the next 8 years, son?
Oh, this shit right here. This is sad. You guys ever seen this? It's like on Maury or something, and they got the bad little kids and they bring in the Marines. This is some sad shit right here.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
You do?
Get out your tissue.
Why you want me?
Oh, damn it. That's the best damn part. Hold on.
You want me to be your dad? You want me to be your daddy for the next 8 years, son? Huh?
Yes, sir.
You do? Why you want me to be your daddy?
I have no daddy.
You have no daddy? Well, let me tell you something. Come here, give me.
Man, it's getting dusty in here. That little boy. I'm sorry, guys. That little boy. There we go. Said, "I don't have a daddy." Oh man, come here, son. Sorry about that. Tried to keep it together. It's just funny. Oh man. Okay, here we go. We're getting to it. Look at this guy. High five. Ooh, sorry. That's no arms. That's fucked up. Come on now. You don't need to see those idiots again. Here we go. This shit right here. This is Brittany Griner. Now, if you don't know who this is DeMarcus Cousins. This is an NBA player, current NBA player. Hold on a second. DeMarcus Cousins. Let's see if we can get some stats on DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins is 6'10". He's got to be 200. Oh, it says right here 6'10", 269 pounds. That's DeMarcus Cousins. This is who she's talking about. Okay. Now let's get Brittany Griner's stats, if we even can find them. Okay, Brittany Griner, professional basketball player. She is 6'9". Doesn't have her weight. Doesn't have her weight. Okay. I don't know if it's, you can't ask a woman's weight. Don't put her woman's weight on there. I don't know. But DeMarcus Cousins, they had it right there. But she's 6'9". I'm going to go ahead and say she weighs less than 270 pounds. Let's say she weighs 200 because she's so damn tall. But this is what she said about DeMarcus Cousins.
I'm glad she's that confident in her ability. But
it says Brittany Griner said she can beat DeMarcus Cousins one-on-one.
she's also a little delusional. Like the confidence, BG, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Hell no.
It's not a walk in the park over here.
She says you'd be no better than the third best post player on the men's team.
I'm just going to use that to fuel this. I mean, I'm better, but and I know that kind of gets at him, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, little man. But I would like.
Get the fuck out of here. She said it's okay, little man who's 6'10", 270 pounds. It's okay, little man.
See that? I would pay to see that. I pay for our ticket. Front row though. I gotta be front row.
My money's on BG.
Of course. My money's on BG. Shut the fuck up.
I got cuz on that one.
If there's no referee, I'm gonna go to the ATM and I'm gonna sell my house and I'm gonna put all my money on DeMarcus.
I'm glad she's.
He said, I'm going to go to the bank, take out all my money, sell my house, and put it all on DeMarcus Cousins. And you know what the saddest part about that video is? It's not even her delusion. It's not even her delusion. You actually said, it's okay, little man. So you're going to poke the bear. Not only poke the bear, that's like poking the bear in its asshole with a branch. You're going to poke the bear and say, it's all right, little man? That's not even the worst part. That's right, Careless. Coach was a savage. He said, I'll take everything I have on this fucking earth and put on DeMarcus Cousins. And anybody would. Everybody with a half a brain would. But her delusion is not the sad part. The saddest part about that is the way the men were like, oh, I don't know. I got to go with DeMarcus on that one. Oh, hey, I like the confidence, but bullshit. What would happen instead of Brittany Griner, instead of this draped in 2 layers of victimhood, WNBA player? What if she wasn't that? What if she was just a tall, lanky dude? What if it was a lanky guy, her same height and weight, 6'9", 200 pounds, and his skill level was the same as hers? Let's say he was at a damn junior college or something. And he said, I'll beat DeMarcus Cousins one-on-one. Now stick the microphone in front of their face and hear what they would say. You know what they would say? Get the fuck out of here. I'll beat the shit out of you. And all those guys would be like, who? Who is this dude? Man, DeMarcus Cousins will fuck that dude up. Man, I'll kill you. I'll dunk in front of you and swing my nuts in your face. You piece of shit. They would go off. They would be laughing and they would be clowning and dogging this dude out for thinking he could step to DeMarcus Cousins. But because we live in 2022 upside down fucked up world, these dudes got to bite their tongue and act like they don't know damn good and well that DeMarcus Cousins would destroy her ass. He would post you up, dunk the ball, and put the thing you hate most, a penis, directly in your face. You better hope he showered before the game, Brittany, because you're going to get 2 nostrils full of his dick stink. Are you kidding me? those dudes had to sit there and act like this woman would have a snowball's chance in hell to beat DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins would make her go home, pull into her garage, close the door behind her, and contemplate sitting there with the windows open. Like, should I end it all? I thought I was good at basketball. I thought I would never have a penis in my face. But I'm not good at basketball, and I did have a penis in my face. What should I do? What should I do with the rest of my life? Man! And since we're running down this steep hill of sexism, let's go faster. Because you know what pisses me off too? When women are on these sports shows and they start talking the same shit, like these female athletes would have a whisper, just a faint odor of a chance against these professional men, and not just professional men basketball players, the really good ones, the all-stars, the champions. And these dudes got to sit there and not roast the shit out of these women for all the stupid shit that they're letting come out of that hole under their nose. Oh, I think Brittany Griner could beat DeMarcus Cousins. Shut your ass up. Take that microphone off of your shirt and leave the set. Because we can't expect to stay on TV with people on here saying such dumbass shit as you just said. You want to go even further, even faster down the sexism hill? Let's go. You know what else pisses me off? You know what I don't like? I don't like female sideline reporters. I don't. You reek of affirmative action. You reek of we had to hire her to avoid a lawsuit. Football is a man's sport. The only women that should be near the sidelines are holding pom-poms. No female Gatorade water girls, no female towel girls, no female coaches. Because you're not there because of your merit. You're there because we gotta. You're there because we have to. I can't stand that shit. Pam Oliver, get the fuck out of here. Do you see men talking about women's basketball? Do women's basketball have a channel? That shit bothers me. Am I wrong? Ladies, what do you think? Fellas, am I wrong? I don't give a shit if I am. That's how I feel. But what do you think? That is such bullshit. Lala HK. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Needle dick. Needle dick. I mean, I just don't want to hear it. It's weird. Didn't Cam Newton get in trouble a couple years ago when that female reporter asked him about some routes, and he's like, it's weird to hear a girl talk about routes in football. It is. It's not an insult. What if I get on here and start talking about mascara and Spanx? You women be like, what the fuck? That's weird. Why do you know about that? Why are you talking about that? That shit's dumb, man. Get out here with that shit. They're not there because of their merit. They're there because we got to avoid a lawsuit. That's why we have women on the fucking ESPN in the morning talking about sports. Molly Karam, I can't stand her. Shut the fuck up, Molly. Golly, and they're only there as like moderators. Oh, okay, guys. Well, next up, we're going to talk about so-and-so. That's all they're there for. Oh, that shit makes me mad, man. Get out of here with that shit. Like, get your own sport. Or fix the one you have. Lower the hoop. You know, the WNBA, they already have smaller balls. Don't think they're out there playing with the balls that the men play with. They're smaller. Why are their balls smaller? The balls they play with, not the balls that some of them might have between their legs. Fake balls. I bet you Brittany Griner has fake rubber balls. You're going to grab my nuts. You ain't got no nuts, girl. Get the fuck out of here. But they have smaller balls because their hands aren't as big. Even if you're 6'9", Brittany Griner, then why do you have a smaller ball? You have a smaller ball, which would be easier to shoot, and you guys still can't make it. You got a smaller ball for the same size hoop, and you still can't get it in there on a regular basis. Stop that shit. C4 Duke, thank you. MJ, BG, now on 21 Prime. MJ, BG, final scores on both. Could you imagine? Could you? Shit's dumb. Careless, thank you. Jericho, no lie. When I hear Doris Burke do play-by-play on the NBA game, I watch it on mute. You have to. Because it's such bullshit and nonsense that she's even there. I swear. I mean, and it's a bit of a conundrum. Because what if my daughter came up to me and she wouldn't? My daughter's the girliest girl in the world. But I don't want her to think she can't do something because she's a woman or she's not allowed somewhere because she's a woman. I don't want her to think that. But it's true. Football is a man's sport. The NBA is a man's sport. What are you guys doing here? Male gynecologists. That shit's weird. I understand. You get to play with vaginas all day. I understand the allure. But that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe there's something wrong with me. And that's very possible. Alien testosterone, thank you. Men versus women. Sounds like the Army-Navy game. Go Army, beat the Sea Hags. Never. Never. And the Navy would be the men in that scenario. The Army's definitely the feminine one. J954, thank you. Test. YouTube is erasing my supers yet again. They're haters, J954. Welcome to my world. Rufus says, I never have a male doctor. Ever. That's just weird. And I'm sure there are guys that are really good and they really know the vagina, but who knows it better than somebody who has it? Like, what's a testicle doctor? A testicle, I don't know, a testicleologist? But if there was a doctor for the penis and the balls, then that would be weird to have a woman be a doctor for that. Because yes, medically in the books and stuff, you can learn how, the breakdown of it and how it operates and what it looks like and what parts are what, but you don't know. You don't know what it's like to be a man. You don't know what it's like to have a dick and balls. You don't know what it's like to get kicked in your balls. If you don't know what it's like to be kicked in your balls, then don't tell me about my balls. Just like if I don't know what it's like to have a period and cramps and all that shit and all that jumble, that tangled up ball of Christmas lights of a brain that ladies have on their period, well, then how the fuck am I going to tell you? Bam Bam Bigelow, urologist, is that what that is? That's a female urologist. That's as weird as a male gynecologist. It just is. It's my opinion. NP, thank you for the Hamilton. You are so fucking hilarious. Thank you for all the real talk without holding back. Also appreciate how you support Joel Davis. You're both awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Joel, that's my boy. I was just on his channel the other day. You guys got a channel? You reach out. I'll come through. I don't give a damn. What are you going to talk about? J954, again, thank you. I absolutely will not have a male masseuse. Hell no. Nah. Yeah, my wife's like that. If she goes to get a massage, she'll be like, I want a woman. But this guy, he's nope. Nope. Mitchell McNeely, can I get a happy ending? Not from me. If you find a masseuse and they feel that you are worthy of a happy ending, great. But I will not be offering those. Sorry, guys. Tim Starr says, I'm about to make a channel just to go live with JG. Let's do it. Hit me up. JerichoGreen2018@gmail.com. I'll come through. And it matters not the size. I've had people hit me up to go on their channel like, oh, man, I didn't think you would. Your channel's, you have such a big following. I don't give a shit. I mean, I do give a shit about the people that are subscribed, but I'm just saying that doesn't mean that I'm not going to go on your channel. Let's do it. If it's some weird shit or something, I won't come back. But, you want to hit me up? Let's go. Let's go. Mitchell McNeely says, I didn't mean from you at Jericho Green. I didn't think so, but I was just making sure. I give nobody happy endings, at least not you guys. There is one person I'll give a happy endings. Tim Stark, we kill it, bro. Be funny as fuck. Yeah, hit me up. Start your channel. I'm here. I'm here. Come on, Tim. I'm here. Beautiful. And like I mentioned before, no live tomorrow because my wife's out of town, so just me and Junior. I can't leave him in the house for 2 hours. It's just not smart on my part. But yeah, man. I'd love to do it if you guys would have me. Have me on your channel. But I won't be here tomorrow, unfortunately. I'll be hanging out with Junior. Careless says, I also don't want male commentators when I'm jerking off to women's softball. True that. Nothing will take your boner away quicker than a man's voice. Don't need that. Women's softball, that's different, but hey, we all got our genres. We all got what we're into, right? Right. All right, guys. Like I said, I will have a video tomorrow in place of my live stream. Unfortunately, I shan't be here, but I thank you guys for being here. And make sure you check out mygreengear.com. Okay. And I did hit up my rep, my designer for the neck buddy mugs and shit. So working on it. She is on it and she does not mess around. So I can't wait because I'll be sipping out of my cup. Neck buddy. I think I'm gonna have the neck buddy have like a little JG hat on or something. We'll see. James Bateman, JG, any plans to do a live with the conservative twins? I've never communicated with them at all. I'd love to. Those dudes are hella funny. I like the Hodge twins or conservative twins, whatever they go by now. No plans to, but I would love to. Anybody who can make that happen, please do. Those guys are funny. I'm a big fan of theirs. But yeah, time to go get Junior. And he has his Christmas program next week, him and his sister. They both have the Christmas programs next week. So I'm going to take him to get a haircut on Tuesday because the barbershop is closed on Sundays and Mondays. So I'll take him Tuesday to get his haircut. So he's looking so fresh and so clean for his little Christmas program. They've been walking around the house singing their songs and stuff and practicing. I'm excited. And, you know, parents, you know what those programs are like, especially when they're little. My daughter's in 5th grade, so it might be a little bit better. But, you know, the little one's 1st grade, it's going to sound terrible, but that's okay. He's going to be looking good. And we'll take him out for a treat afterwards. His grandma bought him a nice Christmas sweater. It's on. I can't wait. Got his soccer pictures back. Got their school pictures back. I'll tell you what, guys. I might have failed a lot of things in my life, and I may not do a lot of things well, but I'll tell you what I do very well. Ha, you said do. I'll tell you what I do very well, and that's make gorgeous children. They're your kids. People always say that. No, some people's kids are ugly, but my kids are not. My kids are gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see them in their little Christmas program. J954, again, thank you. Green Gear, Neck Buddy bobblehead. Can we do bobbleheads? I'm going to have to write that one down. Because, oh, man, a Neck Buddy bobblehead? I mean, what would be hella funny is if it was a bobblehead, but then the Neck Buddy bobble too is like, like that. Oh, man. You open up these damn can of worms. Oh, man. Noah Frauman. Jericho, you do a lot of good. Just saying. Thank you. We should all try to do as much good as we can. But yeah, time to pick up Junior. Just me and him. Definitely going to be some wrestling and action movies tonight. I'm excited. My son's on a hamburger kick. He's like Popeye's friend with a plate of hamburgers every day. Daddy, can you make me a burger? I just want a burger. No condiments, no cheese, no nothing. Meat, bun, eat. Careless, sign me up for the bobblehead. Guys, if I get bobbleheads, the world will never be the same. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you being in the comment section, your comments, your questions, your presence. Thank you for being here. If you're listening and watching, maybe you're just listening. I'm on in the background. Maybe the sound is off and you're just watching. It's weird, but I'll take it. 8 million sons of bitches on this planet, and you're here with me. I thank you. You were great. I was great. We were great. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.